welcome back. This is the first session of 2026. Is it the first session? Have I been anywhere else? I don't think I have. I've not been anywhere. I've not done anything. And this is the first session of 2026. Be the Carp pillar. Here we go. Let's be honest here. On video, I'm full of energy. But deep down, I'm about as much energy as a raisin. I went and tried on my tracksuit. And it didn't even fit from where I've been hibernating over winter. The dog didn't even want to get out of bed. But the carp were calling. So, you guessed it right. First session of the season has to go to Emerald Pools. Always does. And yeah, I like to come here. Beautiful little place. I love the owner as well. Top guy. And I come here and I kind of like to see the fish grow still. You know, this is where I started fishing. This is where I started my carp fishing journey. I learned a lot on here. And that's what this lake is. These lakes, you ain't going to catch no monsters. I think the biggest in the main lakes, probably 25 pound, I would say. But he is happy for kids to come along, and he loves to see the kids out off their computers and on the lakes fishing, out in the fresh air, doing something they enjoy, and he encourages it, and he also helps out. So, you know, if any questions, anyone wants to ask any questions, ask him a question, because he'll tell you where the fish are, he'll tell you what bait works well. Top guy. And yeah, we've got 4 lakes here. We have Sapphire Lake. Sapphire Lake is more of a cottage, so they've got cottages here as well, and the Sapphire Lake, it runs around the cottages as well, so it's more of like a match pond. Some nice carp in there, mixed fish in there basically. Then we have the Emerald Pool, which is like the OG lake, which has been here for donkey's years. I fished here when I was a kid. When I used to pole fish, we used to fish here, me and my friend Sean Kittredge, and we used to fish here and catch loads of little carp, and we'd love it. We'd a day out. And not sure how big they go in here. There's probably some bigger fish. You used to have some sturgeon in here as well, but I'm not sure if they're still in here. And then you have, so that's kind of a nice mixed lake. Then we have Ruby Lake, which is the back lake there, which again is like probably the easiest lakes. It's the newest lake, and it's just full of fish for a small lake. Really easy to catch. And to be fair, all the lakes are quite easy to catch. This is why, that's why I say it's like a beginner's lake, beginner's venue. So if you are looking to get out here, start fishing and learning it all, this is the perfect place to learn all the tricks. And obviously he's happy with kids. He's got on the Carp Lake, he has a couple of huts as well, which you can stay in for free. They don't charge no extra for them. Stay in there, do your fishing, sleep overnight. And yeah, and also we've got Jade Lake, which is the one I always fish. Yeah, I'm going to head on there now. Hopefully we can nick a few fish quite quickly. There's a few people on there by look, so it's quite busy. And yeah, let's get to the lake. Let's try and nick a fish. Oh, and also one of the 3 Musketeers, Mr. Dougie himself, who hasn't been very well, has turned up today to have a little fish. So I can't wait to see him. So let's get on there. So I walked around to the other side, and yeah, usual tactics. Flick a bit of bread in, let the fry do their slurping, make a bit of noise, and attract the bigger fish, fingers crossed. So I'm going to sit here now, be quiet, put a bit of bread on my rod ready, and wait for the big fish to come in, hopefully. So I got one sulking in there, not a very big one. I just picked out the biggest one, probably about 7 or 8 pound. I'm not going to take a picture, I'm just going to get him out, unhook him, put him back in the lake. But we're off the mark. Don't be afraid to let the ducks have a little feed on the bread as well, because that gives the carp confidence that they can eat it as well. So let them have a little munch. resorted to a little corner where the lilies grow. The fish seem to hang out in here in the summer, where the lilies are shot up. They love it down here in this corner. And yeah, there's a little gap in the thing. You're not allowed to fish in the lilies where it's the main fence is, so I've not gone that far, just sitting behind it and hopefully cast down towards it. I've seen a few bigger fish, so fingers crossed one of them will come up again. I can drop it on his head. But yeah, it's been quite difficult. There's a lot of people on the lake and they're all casting all over the place. Like I said, it is a bit of a beginner's kind of place, so it's good to see the kids out fishing and enjoying themselves, but also can be a bit of a headache at times. So yeah, anyway, let's try and nick a fish. I think me and Dougie might go to the pub in a bit. And then things just got too much, and these lollipops turned up, started fishing on Dougie's peg without even asking, and then started fishing on Dougie's spot without even asking. We just had to get out of there. We've had enough. We hit the pub. I think that was a very good option. So I've just come back on the first session of the year, and I decided to do Jade Lake. Everyone knows that I've got a little soft spot for the lake, and that's where I learned to fish. And yeah, I like to do it at the beginning of the year after a slow winter, get a bend in the rod to start off the year, make me feel good. And yeah, this time, to be fair, the last two times I've been there, I've been terrible. Like that, not so much the lake itself or the owner, nothing against any of them, but the people that fish there are fucking dumb as fuck. Like I understand that kids, for instance, I'm saying kids because kids are expected. They be casting all the time. All that, I'm not worried about that. The kids are not a problem. But the first time I was down there last year, I had some fucking older kids catapulting boilies at me. They're in their 20s. Like, do you know what I mean? They're not kids. They're in their 20s. They're adults. I had an argument with them. Nearly ended up with catapult up his ass. But yeah, we've been around there again today. For the first session, and not so much me, but the person I was with was fishing there before I even got there. He was fishing there on the corner peg where the aerator used to be, and a family, a man and his wife roll up, start fishing on the exact same peg as him, which is strange anyway. Like, I don't know how you educate people like this, but who goes and fishes on the same peg as someone else? Didn't even ask him if where he was fishing or anything. Just started fishing on the same peg of him. Pulled out a massive pole. Even started fishing the same water as what my friend was fishing. And like you say, you can't educate the dumb. And unfortunately, there's a lot of dumb that end up going there now, and it's probably going to ruin the lake. To be fair, that's my opinion of it. Anyway, like everyone always says to me, "Oh, why have you got such a soft spot for that lake?" And I do have such a soft spot for the lake, but I think now, hands down, I don't think I can fish it again. And it's nothing against the lake, nothing against the fish, nothing against the owner. It's just the lollipops that fish it. You can't educate them. You know what I mean? There's certain rules which people follow through fishing. You know, if you're gonna roll up, you can ask if he's fishing there. Can I fish there, or can I? Whereabouts are you fishing? Because do you reckon I could fish over here? Didn't even ask any of that, and even started to fish on the exact same spot as him with a pole. It's fucking ridiculous. So yeah, for me, I think my time at Emerald Pools is finished, and it's been good. But yeah, I wish him all the best. I was making a video, but I decided not to because of all this, and we was only there an hour. And we ended up going to the pub, so we brought our rods in and thought, fuck this, let's go to the pub. So we went to the pub and had a couple of pints. So yeah, there ain't no video, but there will be one soon. Stay tuned because we're hitting Butlins again. Let's go.